Welcome to a heart-opening yoga class. Thank you for joining me today. Draw your palms together at the heart. Lift the shoulders up, roll them back and down. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose, and gently close the eyes. We'll take a few breaths here in and out through the nose, and I want you to just gently breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. As we focus today on the heart, I invite you to draw your awareness to your breath at your chest. With every inhale, increasing and expanding the area in the chest. And with every exhale, noticing the slight depression, the release of breath at the air. One more breath in. And final breath out. Bow the head toward heart center. Blink the eyes open. Lift your gaze up. Let's begin. Release your palms and take your arms out to the side. Inhale, lift and reach the arms and draw the palms together, and exhale. Bring the hands down to heart center. A few more. Inhale, lift the chest and reach up, and exhale, hands to heart. And as you breathe and start stretching and reaching the arms up, sit comfortably. Make sure that you're sitting evenly on your sits bones, that your spine is nice and long. Your neck is long. Your chin is parallel to the ground unless you're looking up. Two more like that. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale. Last one here. Inhale. And exhale. Come to hands and knees. You can always keep a blanket underneath your knees. Spread your fingers wide. Exhale, round the back. Drop the head and tailbone. Inhale, lift the chest and tailbone. Open the heart. And continue on. Now your toes can be either untucked or tucked under. So with every exhale, you're doming the back, spreading in between the shoulder blades. With every inhale, you're drawing the chest forward. Two more like that. Exhale. Inhale, lift the chest. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale. Last one here. Really open the chest. Full breath in. And come back to a neutral spine. Let's take downward facing dog. So tuck the toes under. Just step the hands forward a little bit. Lift the knees off the ground and the hips. And keep a soft bend in the knees. Draw the hips back. Draw the hips up. And then begin to straighten the legs any amount. Allow the head and neck to relax. And for a moment, see if you can bring your chest toward the thighs a little more. Spin the inner thighs inward and up toward the sky. And then come to hands and knees. We'll do a little vinyasa here on the ground. So keep the hands just slightly ahead of that cat-cow positioning that we just did. Inhale, come to a knee plank. Exhale, through chaturanga on our knees, all the way to the ground. So let the hips rest, uncurl the toes, and find cobra pose. Inhale, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, lower down. Curl the toes under, pressing up into a knee plank, and then find a cat spine for a moment. So dome the back. Sitting back now in a modified child's pose, and then coming into downward dog. Inhale, shift forward into a high plank and lower the knees down. Find a little bit of a cow spine, so let the belly drop, and then lower the chest down, keep the hips lifted, and lower the chin down. Shift forward into cobra pose, so uncurl the toes, lift the chest. Exhale, coming into cat spine. Doming the back, let the tailbone hang. Finding modified child's pose, and then down dog. Let's do a few more like that. Take 2 breaths here and pause. Notice your breath and notice your body. Inhale again, coming into a high plank, lower to knees, chest, chin. So we take that cow spine, lower the chest and chin, and then lower the navel down. Lift the chest, Draw the shoulders back, cobra pose. Bhujangasana. Finding cat spine here, really round the back. Modified child's balasana. Into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Take another breath here. Inhale, high plank. Coming to our knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift the chest. Hug the ankles in. Exhale, down dog. Actually, cat spine first. Into modified child's. And then downward facing dog. Last time. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees. Chest and chin. Inhale to cobra pose. Exhale, downward dog. Let the neck grow long here. And then lower to knees. So standing on our knees, we'll take one of your legs and place it out to the side. So the toes are facing away from you and the heel is lined up more or less with the other knee. Inhale, gate latch pose here. Lift the chest and open the collarbones. Exhale to a side bend. So you can have your forearm on that thigh if you'd like, but what I'd like you to focus on is lifting the chest and really breathing through this side of the lungs, this side of the rib cage. Find openness here. 2 more breaths. Relaxing the shoulders and neck. Inhale, coming back, and we'll switch sides here. So now taking the other leg out, inner thighs facing away from you, toes pointed away, and again, that ankle and knee are in a line. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, start to stretch, bringing the arm overhead, and whatever you'd like to do with your gaze. It could be down or center or up to the sky. Open the chest now, lift and reach the sternum. Press through that bottom grounded foot, coming back up to stand and standing on our knees. So just reorientating ourselves here. Curl the toes under as we as we curl the toes under and sit on our heels. So see how this works for you. You can always take a pillow and place it underneath your hips to sit on that. Inhale, come up to stand, lift the chest, draw the navel in, exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift chest, draw the tailbone down, exhale, lower down. Now try this, clasping hands behind you. See if you can roll the shoulders open. Hands don't need to be far away from the body, but just see if you can pull them back. If the hands don't touch, grab a strap and connect your hands that way. Inhale, lift the chest up, draw the ribs in, the lower ribs in, and lift the sternum. See if your gaze can lift up. Exhale, lower down. A few more like that. Inhale, come to stand on the knees, lift the chest, leaning and opening back. Exhale, we have one more. Inhale, open up, and exhale, release the hands. Let's come into downward dog from here. And we'll walk to stand. So walk the hands back, coming into a forward fold, and slowly let the head hang, roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, coming to stand. Inhale, bring your hands to your heart. Exhale, hinge from the hips, slide your hands down, forward fold. Walk the hands out, coming into that high plank. And lower to knees, and hold here in a knee plank for a moment. Step one foot out, I'll bring my right foot forward. It's outside of my hands. Heel toe that right foot a little bit away from you. Knee, feet, toes pointed in the same direction. Now bring the hips forward as you lift the chest, and if you'd like, uncurl the toes. Start to turn on the left glute. So squeeze that glute and see if you can lift your chest. If the hands don't quite reach the floor, take a block or pillows underneath your hands. Again, Lift the chest, draw the shoulders back, and squeeze that left glute. It helps to open up the front of the hip. One more breath. And we'll switch sides. So ground the hands down, go through downward facing dog, step the right leg back. And left foot comes forward, lower the right leg down. Uncurl the toes and heel toe that left foot out to the left a little bit. Again, the knee and the toes facing diagonally away from you. Lift the chest. And start to turn on now the right glute. So squeezing that gently, draw the hips forward, and notice your body here. Notice if there's anything in the front of the body that wants to hold or resist, and just gently breathe, bringing awareness to that area of the body that might be holding tension. One more inhale here. Exhale. And coming into downward facing dog. So curl the toes under, ground the hands down, lift the back knee, step the left leg back. Allow your head to hang, and then walk your hands back into a forward fold. Allow the head to hang here in Uttanasana, hinging from the hip. This time with a neutral spine, arms overhead. Inhale, draw the hands to heart center, lift the chest. Inhale, expand the arms wide. Exhale, cross one hand over the other. Inhale, open up like the letter T. Exhale, cross the other hand over. Inhale, we'll take a standing twist. So expand the arms wide. Exhale, just turn the shoulders to one direction. And think about that opposite hip pulling back. Neck is long. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale, twisting other direction now. Arms are wide like a letter T. Pushing that other hip back gently. And then come back to center, inhale. Standing at the back of your mat again, we'll crawl back out. So hinge from the hip and then begin to walk. You can have a soft bend in the knee if you'd like. Coming into that high plank and lower the knees down. Take a full breath in, spreading through the fingers, and open the collarbones, draw the navel in, and then walk down to a forearm plank. So coming onto forearms, try to have the forearms parallel. So we're in a knee plank right now, curling the toes under, draw the chest forward, and lift the knees. See if you can draw the navel in and make the tailbone long. And then lower the knees down, and this time uncurl the toes, lower the hip, finding a Sphinx pose. Hug the ankles in if they're starting to roll out. Draw the navel in, lift the chest, and open up here. Make your neck long. And for a moment, just with your gaze, as you have a neutral neck, turn your eyes down toward the heart. Hold for 2 breaths here. A modification for this posture, if your shoulders seem tight, is you can bring your hands together. And again, curl the toes under, coming into that knee plank. So you can stay on your knees, or you can lift the knees and thighs up. So if you are lifting the thighs up, really squeeze the quadriceps. That's the front of the thigh. And then draw the chest forward and open the heart. Smile here for one more breath. And then one more time, Sphinx pose. Lower knees down, lower the hips down, lift the chest. And for this one, we'll just leave our necks long, neutral neck instead of throwing the head back. Draw the shoulder heads, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then coming off of your forearms, we'll lie on our stomachs. Release the arms to the side, locust pose. Shalabhasana is coming up next. So I want you to take your hands to your hips and start to press down your pelvis. So you're really grounding down here. And then release that and lift one leg up, pull it back in space, and lower that leg down. Lift the second leg up, pull that one back in space, and lower it down. Leave your head and arms and shoulders down and just lift the legs up for a moment. And then lower the legs down. Now upper body. Slide the hands back as you elevate. Head, neck, shoulders, and lift the arms. Neck is long, breath is steady. And then slowly lower down. Bring your head to one side. Take a breath. And then either we'll come into Shalabhasana here, elevating everything, or lift the legs, head, neck, shoulder, bend the legs, bend the knees, and catch hold of the outsides of the feet or right at the ankle. If you're doing bow pose, Dhanurasana, kick the legs back and lift the chest, lift the thighs. If you're in arms extended, legs straight, lift the chest, lift the inner thighs up. One more breath here, and release down. And rest your head for a moment. Full breath in and out. We'll do this one more time. So, little known fact about back bends, they're very energizing. So, opening up the heart actually brings a level of energy that we all could use. So let's try this one more time. Either locust pose, or from locust, bend the knees, catch hold of the feet, and then kick your feet back in your hands to help elevate your chest, your thighs, lifting everything up, shifting the weight back onto the pelvis. One more breath here, and lower everything down. Take one more rest and feel free to turn your head to the opposite side. I'm stacking my hands and just resting my head here. Now, press up to hands and knees and turn yourself over. Coming into one of my most favorite back bends called Purvottanasana. So, coming into tabletop first or reverse tabletop. Have your feet about hips distance apart as you're sitting down. Lift and roll the shoulders back. And for this one, I want you to think collarbones opening up. Now, fingertips, hands come down to the ground. Fingers can face away from you, or you can turn your fingers toward your body. From here, step the hands back just a little bit and open the chest. So with their seat grounded, we're finding a bit of a back bend here. Draw the shoulder heads back together. Now from here, lean back into the arms, press the heels down, and lift the hips up. For this one, look down at the belly. And then slowly, 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 coming down here, lower the hips down. We'll try that twice more with a variation. So press the hands down, either fingertips facing you or away from you. Draw the shoulder blades back, open up the collarbones. And again, press and lift here. From here, we'll keep our hips elevated and you can drop the head back. So play with that if you'd like. Lean the weight back of the head very gently. And 2 more breaths, lift the hips up and slowly lower the hips down. The head will be the last thing to come back up. Now, how did that feel? Hopefully you felt really open in the front of the body. We're doing this one more time. Your option now is to either straighten legs, extend the legs, or leave the knees bent. With the legs extended, it's a little bit more of a strength lift. So take your choice here. Once more, press the hands down. I'll straighten my legs here and I'll bring my legs together. My toes are pointed because when I elevate, I'm trying to touch my toes down to the ground. Are you ready? So either way, knees bent or legs straight. Press into the ground, lift the hips up, up, up. Arms are straight. Draw the legs together if the legs are straightened out and lean the weight back. And from here, you can also open up the neck. So play with what's comfortable for you. Press down, lift the hips, open the chest. One more breath. And slowly lower down, allowing the head to come back last. Excellent. Come down to lying down. Have the knees bent. Feet are flat. Walk the feet wide. Draw the knees together. And for a moment, place one hand on the abdomen, the other hand on the chest, and close the eyes. And feel how your body changed. Feel the breath. Notice how your state of mind is right now. Be present here as we open up the heart. Slowly open the eyes, release the hands, and cross one ankle over the other leg. We're doing ankle to knee pose or number 4 stretch or thread the needle. There's lots of names. Lift up the leg and draw the legs close to you. You can even catch hold of the back of the thigh. Make your neck long. Push the bent knee away from you with your elbow if it's possible. Otherwise, just do that with your mind and then flex the toes toward the knee. And then release. But as you do, leave the knees kind of close to the torso and start to bring the legs over so this foot is going to come flat. So if my left leg is on top, I'm twisting over to my right. Arms are relaxed. And if you'd like, you can even bring your gaze over to the left side. And then for a variation, just lift the legs back up, taking eagle legs from here. So you can even double cross at the ankle. And then same thing, twisting now, either in that number 4 stretch or now with eagle legs. Allow the spine to relax. Allow the mind to relax. And then we'll slowly unwind and take other side now. So uncross, recross. Thread the needle, number 4 stretch. Draw the legs in and catch hold of that thigh. Now I like to sneak my elbow toward my knee and just push that knee away from my face and flex the toes toward my knee. Just a nice little hip opener after we did all that back bending. Release the legs and start to twist now. If your right leg is on top, you'll twist over to the leg, over to the left. The right foot is flat on the ground. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders. Lift the legs back up. If you'd like, taking eagle leg variation, and same thing, twisting over, same side. And then unwind. Release the legs. And let's find Shavasana from here. So lying down in a very comfortable position. That could mean that there's a bolster or a pillow under the knees. If you have lower back issues, I highly recommend that. You could bring the bottoms of the feet together and knees wide in Baddha Konasana, Supta Baddha Konasana, or just extend the legs out. Start to wiggle the feet back and forth just for a moment, and then allow the legs to flop open. Tuck the shoulder blades under just slightly and have the palms up. Arms are just out to the side. Make the neck long. Adjust the head. Make sure the neck is not overly extended or flexed. Gently close the eyes. And for the next few rounds of breath, bring your awareness and attention to the heart again. On your inhales, noticing the chest opening, and exhale, the chest lowering. Continue that steady breath in and out through the nose. We'll lie here just for a few more moments. So do what you can right now just to relax, release, and rest. I'll go silent just briefly and then call you out of Shavasana. And very slowly, take a full deep breath in. Bring the breath down to the lower abdomen. And take a long, slow exhale through the nose. And start to move fingertips, moving toes, and roll to one side, preferably the right side, and use your arm as a pillow. Take a full inhale and exhale here. And then slowly pressing up to a comfortable seated position. Draw the palms together at the heart. Closing the eyes one last time here. Take a breath in and lift the chest as you breathe. And a long exhale. Bow the head toward the heart. Slowly blink the eyes open. Lift the gaze up and release your hands. Thank you for joining me today for this heart-opening class. I'll see you again soon.